that if it happens in the suburbs, you don't simply get spanked and away or sent home.
We make all kinds of distinctions in the law.
Well, no, I don't think
and
this
if you
is
have a
right.
worse offense, you get more punishment. And that teaches
Simple
people.
possession, a 19, 20-year-old.
Possession for what purpose? I mean, you think they're just carrying it around for jewelry?
The same. Do you think it's right that you can have 100 times more powdered cocaine?
Because of the kick. It's much more lethal. It's a much more potent thing.
I think you mean the buzz, Mike.
No. No, well, I don't think...
Good point.
I don't think that...
Didn't last time.
These
I don't
two
think
after
there
the
should be
show.
those kinds
You're
of
getting with the booger sugar. Are you
distinctions.
kidding me?
I feel...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
These
Don't
two are-
forget,
oh,
crack
they'll be jamming.
cocaine. Crack cocaine is the drug of choice for it's an economic situation as well, because people that can't afford regular coke will buy crack. It's like the winos that buy the cheap wine. They can't afford to go and get a couple of lines
Yeah,
of
but
good
kids in the
coke.
suburbs are using crack. Their communities are just not targeted. As a matter of fact,
That's true.
there is more
Yes.
crack use
Right.
in the white community than it is in the black community. But the Justice
buy that.
Department...
That's
the
a
facts,
fact.
The facts
I have
are
the
there.
facts here,
The facts
Mike.
are there to support
That-
it.
Same
Whites
fact.
use more crack than black. 3.2% of white people. So every
Yeah,
3
but
out
the
of 100
idea-
of you are on crack.
Yeah, because those disparate... I'm not buying that stuff.
Don't
Sorry.
cheer crack.
Yeah.
You'll get
Is that 1 out of 3, you're saying?
3.2% of whites, 18 to 25, use
3
crack.
out of 100.
1.8% of blacks.
Okay, then
So-
everybody in the audience and everybody
No.
at home, look at the people sitting alongside you.
Sniff them.
And if they look okay, wait a minute. If they look okay, then it's you.
Yeah. Okay, I got to take a break. We'll come back
this
after
is
this.
the thing
Maxine, I'm so sorry.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Hush Puppies.
Attention shoppers, the store will be closing in 5 minutes.
So, honey, what do you think of this one?
It looks great. Just great.
Hush Puppies. We invented casual.
Both these men have athlete's foot, but only one used the soothing cure. Prescription strength Desinex. It calms the itching and cools the burning while it heals. Got athlete's foot? Get Desinex, the soothing cure.
Sean Penn, Robin Wright Penn, and John Travolta.
Get your coat, Marie. I'm getting out of here.
One woman is caught between two men.
Make up your mind, babe.
Certain of one thing. She's so lovely. Rated R. Starts Friday, August 29th.
Victoria's Secret's all-new Angels collection.
We're back!
Angels modeling underwear?
You got it.
Oh, yeah. Our sheerest, shiniest bras and panties in new colors, new styles, new prints. Angels only at Victoria's Secret.
This time of year, I need AccuHest.
AccuHist Eye Allergy Relief. It's anti-itching, anti-redness. It's antihistamine relief for your eyes, so it relieves red, itchy eyes fast.
My eyes feel great.
AccuHist Eye Allergy Relief.
Sunday, 8:30, 7:30 Central. Their forbidden love.
What are you looking at, sir?
I'm looking at you, miss. Became a fight for survival.
Stay alive! I will find you!
Academy Award winner Daniel Day-Lewis and Madeline Stowe. The Last of the Mohicans, ABC Sunday.
Yonkers is having one Super Saturday sale.
Starting this Saturday at 9 a.m.
It's 3 great events on one super day.
Take 70% off the original price of selected spring and summer clearance merchandise.
Save on selected home items and apparel and accessories.
For men, women, and kids.
Plus, take 20 to 50% off new fall arrivals.
There's even more.
Take an extra 10% off all sale and clearance home items.
Plus, get deferred billing.
It's one Super Saturday.
Starts 9 a.m.
Only at Yonkers.
This timeout makes it official. Buy a TV 35 inches or bigger from Mitsubishi, RCA, or ProScan now, and we'll hold the down payment, the monthly payments, and the interest for up to 12 months. Plus, if the Huskers are national football champions this January, your TV's free from Megamart. Here it is again. Buy a Mitsubishi, RCA, or ProScan TV. If the Huskers are national champions this January, it's free. And that's the official ruling at Megamart.
If you're planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 213-852-2655.
All right, we were talking about the problem of drugs in America, and, you know, drugs and guns are two things that should never go together, unless you're the Dallas Cowboys. But somebody on the show the other night said, you know, we can never stop guns from getting in the hands of the criminals, so why should we even try to stop guns? Just give everybody guns, and that usually is the NRA position. And I wonder why there isn't consistency about that philosophy with drugs. It certainly is easier to stop guns than drugs. I mean, you can't hide a rifle up your ass.
Well, it's like Prohibition. I mean, during Prohibition, people got alcohol anyway. And
Sure.
a lot of people think that if they decriminalize drugs, then you are just removing the cartel that trades in that. So
Sure. Yeah, but look at the Second Amendment. Second Amendment says we all have a right to bear arms. It doesn't say we all have a right to smoke dope.
It says the pursuit of happiness.
Well, but... That's a very creative interpretation of what that means. But the right to bear arms is very specific.
The
and
right
it is
to
the
bear
Second
arms
Amendment.
was written for an agrarian society that had no army. It
and
was
they had
written
to fight
for
bears to stay alive. I mean,
it was
crazy.
written
We
to
have
fight.
militias in those
It was
towns.
about muskets, man.
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. Do you think you have the political muscle to repeal the Second Amendment? I got news for you. It isn't going to happen. It's in the Constitution for a reason. People have the right to self-defense.
That's...
What do you mean? It's in the Constitution. Am I
It
right
is,
or wrong?
of course, but...
Oh, okay, so smoking dope is not in the Constitution. It's a big difference.
It's not in the Constitution one way or the other, really. It doesn't prohibit it either. I don't remember Thomas... And by the way, you know, hemp was a big thing with all the founders.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what history book
please.
you were reading. Are you going to say
they were all hemp farmers?
Oh, really?
Jefferson, they were.
So were they potheads?
Well, I don't want to... Look, I wasn't there.
Okay.
But the point is that I'm trying to make is if you can prohibit people from trying to get guns this way, why don't we do that? Why don't we have that same logic with drugs? Because you're never going to stop drugs from the people who want drugs. So if you say you can't stop guns, why don't you say the same thing about drugs?
The thing is, when you take the drugs, you think funny and you do funny things. You can't control your cars. You can't control your cars. You can harm other people.
You can't control your cars? Well, you can say that about alcohol, man. Yeah. That's legal.
Well, that's a different subject.
It's not the same. It's the same thing.
It's different than guns.
You're saying
with a gun, if you have a gun, you can defend yourself against a criminal. It's a very different case. The alcohol and the pot thing, that's something I think people can talk about, but the gun thing is different. It really is different. If I own a gun, it doesn't mean I'm going to be irresponsible. If I'm smoking dope, I'm going to be irresponsible.
The government is saying with guns, the government is saying we can't stop them. So what we should do is make them legal, keep them legal, and educate people. But that's not what they say about drugs. They say we're going to stop them from coming in, and of course you can't do that.
The gun laws, Mike, were for guys that lived in the woods in a log cabin and had nobody else to protect them. That's when those things were written.
It was all about politics. In fact, it was to throw the British out. That's why you had a militia.
Yes,
if they decriminalized drugs, you're going to stop the kid from going into a grocery store and killing two old people to get $12 to buy drugs.
Yeah, but the guy that has this behind the the guy behind the cash register, the store owner, he has an ability to defend himself with a gun. You take away his gun, he's going to be a bigger...
He must have a bullet factory someplace.
No, I don't know.
Well, are you packing heat right now?
No.
I know you got that lightsaber. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come right back.
Sheriff, I got a sticky problem. My jurisdiction ends at the George Washington Bridge. But half the men I watch live beyond that bridge, where no one's watching.
I'm watching.
A precinct full of corrupt New York cops has taken over a town across the river.
Freeze, police!
Now, a small-town sheriff and a big city investigator are teaming up to take them on.
Who do you think you are?
Sylvester Stallone.
I look at this town, and I don't like what I see anymore.
Harvey Keitel.
Checking up on us?
Ray Liotta.
Being right is not a bulletproof vest!
Robert De Niro.
Start giving us answers.
Peter Bird. Janine Garofalo.
Don't want any part of this.
Kathy Moriarty.
You gonna tell Ray about this?
Robert Patrick.
What are you gonna do, Sheriff? You gonna arrest the whole town?
Michael Rappaport. And Annabella Sciorra.
It's a funny thing when you owe someone your life.
In the movie critics call an instant classic. Oscars all around. This one you can't miss. Copland. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
A fluoride toothpaste that really whitens? What's the catch?
No catch. Aqua Fresh Whitening gently breaks up stains without bleach or peroxide to whiten better than Colgate. Not even Rembrandt can beat it. Aqua Fresh Whitening for dazzling whiter teeth.
Your child could get lice. To kill lice and their eggs, get Maximum Strength Rid. In just the first treatment, it kills lice completely. And Rid leaves no active residue behind. Nothing is more effective or safer than Rid.
Engine's idling a little too fast. Got a tiger in your tank?
No, but I got a wildcat in the trunk.
They say early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. News Watch 7 Good Morning is up early with you at 5:30.
30 seconds before we come out.
Get a running start on your day with complete coverage of the morning's news and weather, plus the best of last night's politically incorrect. We can't promise to make you healthier or wealthier, but we can make you wiser. Get more complete coverage only on News Watch 7 Good Morning.
We're here. Let's fish. Excuse me, didn't you forget something? Who are you? I'm the Quick Shop guy, and you forgot the drinks.
No drinks?
No problem. Just get to Quick Shop. Go! It's fast and easy. See, over 100 drink flavors to choose from. And look, 12 packs of cool, refreshing Coke, Diet Coke, Surge or Sprite, only $2.79. Or giant, fully loaded Surge, 32-ounce fountain drinks, 79 cents. Okay, let's fish.
I have to go potty.
Make your day easier the Quick Shop way.
When you have a kid, there is one word you always hear.
More?
More.
Dad, she got more than me. More?
And you can give them more with Jif.
Because Creamy Jif hot roasts its peanuts to get more out of every one. Then seals them warm to bring you more fresh roasted peanut taste. More than any other leading creamy brand.
They want more? Give them more with Jif.
With more fresh roasted peanut taste.
Choose Jif.
Alrighty, now before President Clinton went on his vacation, he made a pretty major announcement about affirmative action, which was that he was going to make it easier for federal contracts to go to white women. About 20% of federal contracts, which is enormous, billions and billions of dollars of money, go to minorities. And he is saying now that 20%, or some of that 20%, should go to white women. In other words, treat white women as a minority, and other minorities are upset because it's going to come out of their pie. And the question really is, just because white women are not really a minority, technically, because they've been upon. Can you say I think you can. Should they be treated as a minority?
Yeah, but I think it has to do with representation, underrepresentation, and overrepresentation. So if women are half the population, of course they're not a minority in that sense, but they're underrepresented. Personally, I think it's all a bunch of hooey. I would prefer that people be treated as human beings, that we all get treated equally under the law. You know, that we don't.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
But because that is not what happens, you have to take some affirmative steps to make sure that you include everybody. And the 8A set-aside contracts that you're talking about, where the president has opened up opportunities for women, yeah, you've treated them pretty bad, you know. You've treated all...
But are you talking about
excluded women from the ability to contract. get government contracts. And so now we say, let's open it up.
Do you think it's a specific point to exclude women, or do you think that they simply did not have the business capability to do it?
The pudding is in the eating. Men made more money than women.
Well, I don't think that they were excluded. What I think is that you have underrepresentation in business, and that's for reasons of history.
No,
I don't think somebody said, let's
know,
exclude.
You know
what they're driven by? They should be driven by the best price and the best product.
Well, let me tell you what. Women are creating more businesses than anybody now.
Good.
Hey, that's great. Women want to earn money just like men.
But suppose a woman creates a crummy product. Should the government buy it?
They've been buying crummy products from men.
Well, they shouldn't. Then they shouldn't. I'm opposed to that. Wouldn't do that. I say they should buy the best product.
What about those $600 toilet seats at the Pentagon? You know?
Men.
Yeah.
Men sold those toilet seats.
Those were good toilet seats, though.
You know, and you're talking, what's the difference between, and there's business women and there's working women. Yeah. I mean, when my wife goes out of town and I have to run the house, boy, you know, I don't know if they put a value on a housewife's ability.
I wish they would put a value on housework.
It's incredible.
I wish so. Because if they did, women would have been getting paid a long time ago for the work that they do at home. We just want fair treatment and equal treatment for everybody.
I'm all for it.
That's all.
There's working women and there's business women, and sometimes it's the same woman.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't know what business they're in.
If we're all supposed to get treated equally, why do we have to put in all this stuff about the gender and the race and the Why do we have to do that?
Those are the people who have been excluded from the opportunities.
Yeah, but was it by a specific point that they had a better product and that's why they were excluded?
No.
I can't justify that. That's wrong.
The applications went in the wastebasket. The RFPs went in the wastebasket. We had to work very hard to open up these opportunities.
What about the fact that there is a long history of grievances that, I mean, women didn't vote till 1920.
Look, I think if a woman can produce a better product at a better price, she ought to get the contract. But failing that, I don't see why she should.
You don't think there's any need to redress the wrongs of the past?
Who's going to do that?
How are you going to
manage how the government? Congress did it. Congress passed a law a year or two ago back that women could belong to any men's club, that there's no such thing anymore as separate organizations without women. Golf clubs had to take women. The Friars Club, we have women members now. They come to the stag roasts.
And they're not funny
anymore. They listen to the dirty words. They clap.
Where do you go to tell your dirty jokes, Norm?
No, but it's the women that encourage the men.
He comes here.
You have no idea. On the spur of the moment, you could think of something like that.
All right, I was waiting for that the whole show. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
On August 26th, the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition is coming to video like never before. New scenes, new sound, new special effects. Buy the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition on video.
So I got off the elevator and said, what is this, the 7th inning stretch? American Express.
Lovely.
Let's do the whole country. I'm a little light on the lingo.
Get a full gainer down the front with me.
All right.
We've got Cornish pasties, bangers and mash, public screen, and lovely Tony out.
That was a wicked googly. So I took the butchers up the apples and pears and said, what is this, the tea interval? All over the world, you can do more with the American Express card.
Both these men have athlete's foot, but only one used the soothing cure. Prescription strength Desinex. It calms the itching and cools the burning while it heals. Got athlete's foot? Get Desinex, the soothing cure.
Friday. Think you can drive and talk on the car phone? Millions do it.
Can you really concentrate on the road?
Wait till you see just how lethal it can be.
Plus, what if everything in your house made you sick? Almost everything in the world. Everything. These people say it happened to them. Imagine or real. 2020 ABC Friday.
Summer. There's a million places to go and a million people to see. And nothing could be easier than getting there in a new Chevy Cavalier. You can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back during the Chevy Big Value Big Savings event. Cavalier is easy to own and has a comprehensive safety package including standard anti-lock brakes at no extra charge. There's great offers on other outstanding cars and trucks too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value Big Savings event.
Don't miss the Big Value Big Savings event going on now at your local Chevy dealer.
This Saturday, Nebraska Furniture Mart and Mega Mart will hold an incredible event. It's Super Sales Saturday. Store-wide savings this big can only be called one thing: super. Look for special sale tags in every department. Get super sale prices on more than 30 living room packages, like only $32 a month for this contemporary 7-piece living room. You can be assured of lasting good looks because the sofa and love seat are made of Herculon Quality Advantage fabric. Super Sales Saturday. Don't miss it.
Start your engines and get ready for the return of the Pontiac Race to the Red Line. The excitement is building around Grand Am, built for kicks, built for keeps. It's America's most popular compact, and it's no wonder with this great 97 model closeout value.
Now get $1,500 cash back or low 2.9% APR GMAC financing up to 60 months on any Grand Am in stock.
Get into the action now for the best value of the year at the Race to the Red Line.
Get great 97 model closeout values on Grand Am at your hometown Pontiac dealers.
All right, tomorrow we're going to have Tony Curtis, Dr. Drew Pinsky from NTV, Dave Higgins, and Nellie Galan. Now, can a majority, like women are really a majority, really be a minority? I mean, in South Africa, isn't that the case? Weren't they really a minority?
These are the clothes from Yonkers.
These are the clothes we perform in.
These are the clothes.
These are the clothes I'll get my way in. These are the clothes I'll play rough in.
Now at Yonkers, find Esprit, Union Bay, Calvin Klein jeans, Nike, and Guess jeans.
G.I. Jane is another spellbinding journey from the director of Thelma and Louise. Provocative, brilliantly directed, and Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. Demi Moore, G.I. Jane, rated R. Now playing.
Your Toyota dealer is a very cool place to be right now because Toyota's Cool Breeze Summer Clearance is stirring up some very refreshing values. Get outstanding clearance deals now on the all-new, better-than-ever Camry. Get a special low Cool Breeze clearance Camry lease or soothing, refreshing Camry clearance financing. Low lease, low financing. What a cool choice. But hurry, deals this good can evaporate just like that. Breeze into Toyota's Cool Breeze Summer Clearance now. A new Toyota.
This Saturday, Nebraska Furniture Mart and Mega Mart will hold an incredible event. It's Super Sales Saturday. Store-wide savings this big can only be called one thing: super. Look for special sale tags in every department. Get super sale prices on more than 30 living room packages, like only $32 a month for this contemporary 7-piece living room. You can be assured of lasting good looks because the sofa and love seat are made of Herculon Quality